Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I woke up this morning feeling so blessed, not stressed. Y'all, this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Listen, I kept trying to make a video last night on this Chris Colbert fight, and I was out working, and I just, couldn't really get out what I was trying to say. So I say, you know what? This is the end of an era. That style he was trying to fight in, like it's been causing a lot of black fighters, especially, to lose. And I think it's time that a lot of these fighters refurbish their style. I feel like a lot of fighters would do good to get with different types of trainers. Go over there to Ukraine, go over there to Yugoslavia, go over there to Russia, go to the United Kingdom, go to Australia, hell, go over there to Japan with a new way. Because these guys have, go over there with the Mexicans, these guys have lost to those type of fighters with this style. They ended up stopping the fight last night. And, I don't know. I'm not even finna do no breakdown. He lost, that's it. Like, I ain't finna go there. You want to hear a breakdown on this fight? Go somewhere else and hear it. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do it. It's what can I say? Yeah. But what I do want to talk about and what I do find interesting is that, and I'm changing gears. Tank has a fight coming up with Lamont Roach. And once again, every time he has a fight coming up, somehow Floyd has to be connected. They're into it, or they're bringing up his name. So Calvin Ford had an interview. I don't know if it's recent or not, but he was basically just saying like how they was kicking Tank out the gym, or he wasn't welcome there rather. And Tank got enough money, he could get gym in a million different places. He like to be in Miami, he get one in Miami, he go over there to LA, he get one in Vegas, he get one in Baltimore. Why that's a big deal, I don't know. But at the end of the day, Floyd don't owe these guys nothing. They had a chance to sit under greatness. If you ain't learned nothing to get nothing from them, oh well. We gotta kind of get off Floyd back. He can do what he want to do. He's a grown man. I feel like if he was really gonna, encourage boxers and put any fighters on, rather, it would have been the likes of an AB and Tank. And I feel like they both kind of felt like they got bigger than Floyd. And you see how that worked out for AB. And you kind of see how it's working out for Tank, because even now they're still blaming Floyd for why Tank didn't get the big fights. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like you're not under him anymore, and there's no longer excuse. Period. At least that's what y'all saying, that you're now officially just with, I believe, Al. And you're still not getting the big fights. So you your own boss now. You making boss moves. You got this big deal. I think he said he signed with Amazon, almost as big as the one that Floyd had with, who was that? Was it HBO or Showtime? No, Showtime, I think. So you have no excuses now. You know what I'm saying? You didn't want to be up under Floyd no more. You're not up under him no more. And y'all still trying to figure out ways to bring up his name. Every time there's a fight, come on, man. You're still using the blueprint for your career that Floyd set out for you. You know what I'm saying? So that don't make sense to me. But yeah, that's supposedly why we ain't been getting the big fights, because, why we didn't get them because of Floyd. And I ain't going for that. I ain't going for that. Because when he was over there on $1 Million Worth of Game podcast, they asked Tank, It was like, we know you asking for these you know what I'm saying? And Tank was like, actually, I'm not. Everybody was like, what? So we know the reason you ain't get the big fights is because you wasn't asking for them. And from what I see, you still ain't, you know. So slow boxing week. Of course, you know, we had the big fight with Bivol and Beterbiev, and Bivol's team is looking to go to the boxing commission and see about getting a review of the fight, because they feel like Bivol won. And I'm gonna tell you something. I was hoping that they went ahead and gave it to Bivol. I was rooting for Bivol, but Bivol didn't win that fight. That the championship rounds, them last rounds, 10, 11, 12, he didn't do what he needed to do to win the fight. Beterbiev bullied his ass all around that ring. He beat him all around that ring. Did Bivol keep his composure? Yes. Did he, you know, look hurt? To me, he didn't look like Beterbiev was hurting him. He wasn't making no faces. He kept a straight face. But did it look like he was avoiding Beterbiev and, you know, making Beterbiev pretty much, you know, have to keep coming forward? Yes. But that's what Beterbiev is. He's a come forward fighter. And he looked way more aggressive than Bivol. Bivol was, you know, just throwing the, you know, back up punches. Like, back up. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't finishing off none of the counter punches. You know, I would wait for him to he would do a 1-2. I would wait for him to do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he wasn't. He just ain't look good. You know, at the end of the fight, and Beterbiev got the better of the scorecards. You know, period. You know, take your loss like a man and keep it moving. You know, so I don't know. I believe that it's his team that's doing this. I believe Bivol done accepted his defeat. You know, I know he had a lot of things going on with his ex-wife. You know, she was rooting for him to lose. I ran across that. And then I ran across some old footage of them, you know, her, like, chasing him around their condo, looked like going off on him, and the son was following behind him. And it was just sad to see. You know, so I feel like Bivol had a lot on his mind coming into this fight. He got a lot going on in his private life, and it could have affected his, you know, his performance. But at the end of the day, you know, Beterbiev got the best of Bivol, period. Bivol did not finish that fight well at all, and that's what the judges looked at. You know, Beterbiev just looked like the better fighter for the most of the fight. You know, Bivol took the punishment like a man, but at the end of the day, taking the punishment don't win fights. Not hitting the canvas don't win fights. You know, getting chased around the ring don't win fights. You know what I'm saying? Going into survival mode don't win fights. You know, it's whoever can knock the other opponent out, and it's whoever, you know, not just throw the most punches, but land the most punches. And Beterbiev was just landing the most punches, and he was just a better man that night. Seriously, I was hoping that Bivol won. I was like, they're gonna give it to Bivol anyway. You know, I just knew they was, or it was gonna be a draw. But no, they gave it to Beterbiev, and I was like, I'm not mad at that, because, you know, you have to put boxing into context. It's not just a straightforward sport. You know what I'm saying? It's not football. It's not basketball. It's not baseball. It's not soccer. You know, it's not golf. You know, this is a really technical sport, and you have to put it into context when you're watching a sport. You know, boxing is what's the word I'm looking for? It's subjective. You know what I'm saying? Somebody can see it one way and then somebody else see it another, and nobody can absolutely be wrong. You get what I'm saying? Everybody can be right in what they see. That's just the type of sport it is. And, you know, it wasn't no clean-cut fight like this with Chris Colbert. It wasn't this shit right here. You know what I'm saying? It was two greats getting in there. And duking it out, and the best man won that night. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's next for Bivol. I hope they get the rematch, like Mr. Turkey said. If they don't do the rematch, you know, I don't know if Better V is just gonna go ahead and retire with the belts. You know, because he's older now. He's 39 going on 40. So, you know, I don't know. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all. I just wanted to come in and chime in and say my little piece. And that's it. Y'all have a nice day.